guys, Rob from Royal Balls, and today I'd like to look at not a project that I'm involved in, but let's focus in on one specific snake. This is Taiga. He is, or was sold to me as a banana enchi warmer about 4 years ago. And this snake is near and dear to my heart. There's a story involved in this guy. So this is the first snake that I got, and I think like most people, I kept him in a glass terrarium with some decoration and hides in there, and this guy just did not thrive in that environment. We were fortunate enough to live in the tropics, so humidity wasn't an issue. He didn't have any issues with shedding, but he was a very erratic eater, a very nervous and defensive snake who would bite you as soon as look at you, and generally not thriving particularly well. And as I progressed in the hobby and moved this guy over to a tub and rack system, he did actually start to thrive, and you can see that he's a beautiful example of a banana, very light coloured, and you can see he doesn't actually have a great deal of those black spots on him. He's a very clean banana. As bananas get older, they do tend to get these black speckles on them, but this guy hasn't, and I do like that about him. So last year we bred him, supposedly a banana enchi warmer. He is a male maker, we established that. So I bred him to a normal, and we got 6 eggs. We got 6 eggs and 7 babies. So yes, we had twins in one egg. The female was also bred to a spider just at the end as an insurance policy. I was new to the game and a little bit of a novice, so I think at the time actually she'd already ovulated, so it was too late anyway. So this guy was the sire of the clutch, although I did think at one stage that we perhaps had a dual side clutch, because we did get some things that we weren't expecting. So let me just put this guy in the tub and we'll have a look at some of his offspring, because there's a story to these guys too. He's wrapped around me now. So let me put him in the tub. So these are the holdback babies. They're all females. We did get 3 bananas and 4 non-bananas. All the non-bananas were females and the bananas were males. So if we take a look at this first one first, this girl here is clearly an enchi, but she's also pastel, and I didn't realise at the time that there was pastel in the father, in Taiga, and she's a lovely example of an enchi pastel. She's staying really bright yellow. So this girl will be joining the breeding team. But having seen this snake, we established that Taiga, the father, was at a minimum a banana pastel enchi warmer. Now, we also got 2 spiders, and I thought that possibly the spider that I put to the female right at the end was possibly the father of these 2. They are a little bit of a handful, so let's take them one at a time. So you can see, no question at all, that this is a spider. It's a female, and in fact both of these snakes are female, which kind of should have given me a clue as to who the father was. All of his non-banana offspring are females, and these 2 are females. You can see she does have the classic spider wobble, but as soon as you put her down, she orientates on the surface, and she's growing really fast. She has a very strong appetite, extremely healthy. So I'm not concerned at all about that little bit of a wobble, but you can see she is a classic spider. And if we compare her to her sister, the interesting thing about this girl is that she was a twin. She came out of an egg that also contained a banana male, which again should have given me a clue that the father was actually the banana, and that he is actually a spider and not a warmer. And you can see how healthy this girl is. She is a little smaller than her sister. She weighed 22 grams when she came out of the egg. She was the runt. The other snake in the egg was 40 grams. So in total they were about the weight of what a normal ball python should be. And at 22 grams she was tiny. She was very, very small, and I was very concerned that she wouldn't make it. She started off eating live pinky mice, but as you can see, she's now graduated to adult mice. All her siblings are now taking rats, but she still prefers mice. I expect that she'll grow out of that, but you can see that she's perfectly healthy and she's rapidly catching up to her sister. This one doesn't have quite the same head wobble as her sister does, so it does vary from snake to snake. This one is perfectly fine. You can turn her upside down and she quickly reorientates herself. So again, perfectly healthy, and for such a small snake, it's actually amazing how resilient these creatures are. So I'm assuming now that Taiga was the father for the spiders as well, and that he is actually, let's just get him out again and take another look, and I think you'll see in hindsight that he is spider, not warmer, and the giveaway there is the whites along the sides, very high whites. The warmer gives a very similar pattern to the spider, but doesn't have the whitening on the sides, so I think somebody was giving me a fib there. He is actually spider and not warmer. Clearly he's enchi. Clearly he's banana, that's where the yellow comes from. And I think in hindsight, if you look at his head, you'll see the blushing on the head and the white lips, which is a dead giveaway for the pastel. So I think what we have here, in hindsight, is actually a banana, pastel, enchi, spider. So I got an extra gene out of it, and I got spider instead of warmer. So this boy has a history with me. He's bred again this year. I bred him back to a normal girl again this year. So we'll see what turns out. It will be very interesting if we could get a bumblebee, a pastel spider out of him, because that would definitely clinch the fact that he is the father of these spider girls here. And again, just to contrast, I will be breeding the spiders again. He's been breeding to my cinnamon Mojave female, but I also have another spider in my collection, which is another banana in my collection, which is a banana black pastel. And this guy is really, really freckly. You can see the black freckles on here compared to Taiga. The black pastel clearly shows up in terms of the darker colour, but also shows up very nicely in terms of the speckling. And I've been talking to Arwin at ARP Constrictors, and he's begged me not to use this male in any of my collection. He says, don't contaminate your banana projects with this speckly male, because he has a line of bananas which he's managed to line breed the speckles almost completely out of. I don't think it's a genetic trait. It is polygenic. It varies from snake to snake, and it is possible therefore to line breed the speckles out of them. So he knows Taiga, and he says use Taiga for all your banana breedings, do not use this guy. But I do actually like the black pastel in the banana. It gives a nice contrast, and it brightens up the yellows. So what's your opinion, guys, on the bananas? Do you prefer them with or without speckles? He's trying to get under the table now. So that's the story behind this guy, one of the first snakes that I got, and it's one of the things that is fascinating about this hobby. You can never be absolutely certain. different things turn up, and we're always learning as we go along. So a phenomenal hobby, and I can't wait to see what offspring he produces this year. So that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the snakes. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.